time to get these beautiful 72 spoke wheels off the car. The car originally came with chrome spokes, but chrome spokes turned out to be too brittle, and so these are polished stainless steel, like chrome. It'll work. And I'm using a lead-headed hammer to get the knockoffs off. The original hammer that came with the car was a blend of copper and rawhide intended to damage the knockoff. So using the soft lead, and probably I'm getting lead poisoning, but I don't care. No matter how many times I do this, I never get used to the fact that I'm hitting my car with a hammer. It's surreal. It hurts. And of course, it's nerve-wracking because if I miss and hit the fender, it's a problem. So you can see we've got the little beastie up in the air. I went ahead and patched any holes that I made in the tarp with the little jack. And yeah, so it's well protected. You can see I've got an additional jack propping up the rear suspension because this is kind of scary. Once you know it, it scares you. As long as you don't know about it, it doesn't scare you. But these mounts here for the rear suspension are connected with rubber. That's actually fused to rubber, and if the rubber decides to rot, then if there's no weight on the rear suspension from the car and you jack the car up, the rear suspension can actually fall out. So that's a little extra measure of safety. I'm going to be putting some blocks under the hub carriers just to as an extra precaution. Yeah, don't want that to come down. Metal tape, which is kind of cool. All right, so the focus here is to get the bonnet off the car. And you can see I have this really high-tech prop and a rope catch just in case the bonnet wants to swing far forward when I undo it from its tension springs, or if it tries to swing back because it'll just come down with a slam. So how this is held up is with this assembly here. This is what provides the tension on the bonnet and allows it to close smoothly and slowly, kind of controls its descent. Down here we have the pivot point, and according to the manual, it's like, yeah, you just take this little bolt out and that will release the bonnet, but it doesn't always work. So things I want to pay attention to if I end up taking out these 4 bolts, then I want to pay attention to, there's a number of shims that help the alignment of the bonnet and make sure that I keep the shims in the right place, proper number of shims, because figuring that out was really a pain in the butt. Let me just tell you, as far as what shims and how many, and it was excruciating. There's another thing that I'm going to take care of, and that is here. This is the connection for the wiring harness into the front of the bonnet, headlights and whatnot. So it just simply pulls out, it unplugs, but I'm going to take very good care of this cable because during another repair, this ended up getting pinched between this mechanism and it crushed some of the wiring. I had to take it apart and fix the wiring in there, and that was a major pain in the butt too. So, live and learn. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see how this goes. And I have a crew coming over today to help me actually lift the bonnet and put it on this swell little dolly that I created with my Go Jacks and some carpet underlayment. Got a big roll of it, super cheap. But anyway, again, precautionary. Help me roll the bonnet around and keep it out of the way during the rest of the project. All right,